the time, party all the time, party all the time. I just want to party.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to let you guys know that we are having a little bit of a busy day today, but my husband and I are getting a chance to sneak out and have breakfast together before the entire crew in our house is awake. We try and do this once in a while when we can, but it doesn't always work out that way. So we are taking advantage and we are taking it in full because today we've got some errands to run. We are completely out of chicken feed and we got to go get those girls some feed so they keep producing and making us happy and making customers happy. And this man over here, he's not into it today. He's got a big game today. So this game is what kind of game, Bruno? You have to explain.
It's a quarterfinal game. It's a rematch. We made it to the state finals last year, and it's a rematch against that team that beat us in the state finals with 5 minutes left in the game.
So that game starts at what time today?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. He's got to be there, I think, at what, 1:30?
Yeah, but game day, I usually just shut down, want to be left alone,
So
focus on just what I need to adjust on.
right. So I'm trying to be respectful of that and not push him too much to be in film mode. But so I just wanted to share a little bit of our day. We'll take you along when we go run our errands to get our feed later on. I was hoping to go to the apple orchard today and pick up some apples. I don't know that that's going to happen. So I really want to. I've made plenty of batches of homemade applesauce before. I love it. My kids love it. No added sweeteners. But this year I want to try and make some batches of apple butter. I really want to try that. So enough of that. We are headed to Cafe Gouda, one of our favorite places to go hang out and eat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Breakfast and lunch is pretty much the main times of the day that we go. But anyways, it's just a local favorite. It's very popular, and the staff is sweet as can be, and they love my family to death. They love my kids, and my husband's constantly racking up points there with their little punch cards to get free meals. So here we are. We have finally gotten our food. I got an omelet with some sourdough toast. My husband got this creation, this concoction that he put together. Okay, you have to explain what's in there.
Okay, it's hash browns on the bottom. Then they put cheese. Then they put sausage, mushrooms, green peppers, onions, spinach. Then they put 2 eggs over medium on top. And they're supposed to just put 2 pieces of biscuits on top. And then cover it with gravy. This is my, I'm going to fast for the next week pre-meal. This is a lot. I mean, just looking at it makes me want to get a box.
Yeah, we may have to take part of that home in a box. We'll see.
This will feed the whole family.
I'll let you know a little bit later.
I hope the bathrooms are open at the field.
We had to head out of the house. It was just me and the girls that took off. My husband's staying at home, kind of like getting that game mode on that we talked about earlier. He's trying to get in the zone and take a little snooze after our big breakfast. He got knocked out. He couldn't finish his plate. It's pretty funny. That's not like him. He normally will finish his plate, but he did not this morning. So round 1, that one goes to Cafe Gouda. Anyways, so we headed out of the house. It's about 12:21 at this point. The girls are going to be helping with the game, so I gotta pick up chicken feed, and then I'm gonna head back and we're gonna go to where the game's gonna be at on the way back home. So we're gonna go in and get about 10 bags of layer pellets, and then we also add some catfish food to their feed, especially when our chickens have been molting. We like to add that extra bit of protein to their feed so that it helps them kind of recover faster. It was a little trick we learned at one point in time, so we think that it's helped. As far as like going through the molting process, they really do seem to recover much faster when they get that little bit of added protein to their diet. So that's what we try and do for our girls. And Rural King is not in our local area. It's actually in Morganton, which is about a 20 to 25 minute drive from our house. We have 3 Tractor Supply locations, I think, right near us, within 10-15 minutes. But we choose to come here because it is actually a little cheaper on some of the feed prices. And we just like coming out here because, I don't know, we have fun going around. It's like a big, I don't know, like
farm
a little
store.
Yeah, it's a big farm store on steroids.
Walmart of farmers.
There you go. We just headed out of Rural King. I decided not to film inside there today. It was way too hectic and busy, way too crowded.
Very crowded.
That's unusual. I've not been there when it's been like that. So we just got layer pellets. They were completely sold out of catfish feed, so we'll have to get that another time. But we thought they were completely sold out of the pellets. The area where they normally have them at was empty, nothing on the shelf. So I finally found an employee and asked her, and she's like, yeah, it's back there. So luckily we found the amount that we needed, so we picked that up, 500 pounds of feed, and we have a little bit of time to spare, so we're gonna stop at one little store while we're up here that we don't have back in the Hickory area, and then we're gonna head to the game. So we have arrived at the field. They're getting warmed up. Game starts in about 30 minutes, and my husband is working with the keeper right now. This is a pretty big complex. That's nice. It's surrounded by woods
And
then a river. There's a river that goes back along that sidewalk. A lot of people like to come here and walk. So one thing you guys I don't think we ever told you, is that my husband used to play soccer for years. Hence, he's a soccer coach. But he also played football in high school too. He actually got recruited by the football coach to come be a kicker for the football team because they saw how skilled he was. So very excited for this game to get started. All right guys, so I'm gonna pick up from where I left off yesterday. Last time you probably saw that we were at the field watching the game, and I chose not to continue filming yesterday just because they didn't win. So it was kind of a somber mood after the whole loss. So I just decided to call it a day for that. So anyways, today's a new day. We just got back from church, and I am actually going to start making a meal for kind of like, I guess, a late lunch, early dinner kind of thing. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm making Cornish cross, whole birds, for the very first time. I've never made a whole chicken before, as embarrassing as that is. Here I am, older. I'm not gonna give my age, older. And yeah, never made a whole chicken. I've helped to make a turkey. I've made a turkey. I've never made a chicken. So I actually had to look it up and see how long I had to bake this thing. So I've actually got 2. I'm doing one that is our batch of chickens. This is one of our Cornish cross here. It's about 3.5 pounds. And then we have one from Casey and Tori. They were very generous and gave us a bird, actually gave us 2 when Ben and Emma went to help them several weeks ago to process their birds. So we have one of their chickens and one of our chickens. Altogether it's about 6.5 pounds of meat, which is probably about right for our family size, but I'm doing lots of sides on the side. And I'm gonna make a really nice tomato, basil, kind of like a bisque soup, which I actually made yesterday. My family tore it up, so I'll just show you guys what we're doing. I'm a stickler for having very sharp knives. I love working with sharp knives. It just gets on my last nerve when I get a knife out of the drawer and it's completely dull and it hasn't been taken care of, like I would take care of it. So,
Sweet tooth. You learn how to make chocolate?
oh, actually I did buy some chocolate yesterday. Organic chocolate.
Ooh, nice. Where's it at? Eat it all.
If I tell you, I have to kill you, then you won't enjoy it.
So it'll be the last one.
Yes, it will be. This one I think has lost its power to sharpen well. So this is my little portable one I take hunting with me. And no, it's not dirty with any deer guts or anything nasty. It's clean, so we're good. We're all good. So on the side, I plan on making some mixed vegetables, and I might throw some, I thought I saw some kale in the fridge, so I think I might use that. 2 homegrown pasture-raised grass-grazing birds. I think this one's a Red Ranger. Yeah, so we have 2 different types of birds here. One's a Cornish cross. So I told you guys wrong earlier. This one's a Cornish cross from our batch of birds, and this one's a Red Ranger. So I'll be kind of excited to see the difference. Is that you, Emma?
Yes.
What's the difference between the Red Ranger and the Cornish cross that you're aware of?
As far as I know, the Cornish cross are a very thick-boned bird. They're very heavily built, and they have a fatter, wider breast, and they're less fatty. Whereas the Red Ranger have more fat. They have a longer carcass, and they're not as heavily boned. They're finer boned, so they have more meat on them. So this is our Cornish cross, and this is Casey and Tori from Honey Tree Farms. That's their Red Ranger carcass. And with this one, it's got a wider breast, very thick bones, and it's not fatty. You don't see any fat at all on it.
Now, the only difference is this is 3.3 pounds, this is 3.5 pounds. So there really is only a very minor difference.
And with this one, you see a longer carcass, less meat on the breast, but you see more meat focused on the legs. Finer bones, which allows for thinner bones in here and allows for more meat. And you see fat right here.
Nice yellow
and
fat.
it's tighter skin.
Lift it up. It's kind of a yellow, more of a yellow fat. I mean, you have the yellow fat on this chicken too, but
you don't see much of it. You don't
No.
see it very much at all.
yeah. So I'm excited. I've slathered butter all over these chickens. I'm gonna do some sea salt. And I'm gonna baste these about halfway through cooking. So I'll do some pepper, garlic, and just for fun, I'm gonna add a little bit of these cumin seeds. Just got some plain parsley. I really am just kind of throwing my own seasonings in here. And I got a call a little while ago from a friend of mine. So we might be actually taking this, baking it, and leaving and going to their house and doing like a shared meal. There we go. Woohoo! That chicken is smelling so good. Eyes are starting to burn. And I'm gonna add in a bunch of diced tomatoes. I'm gonna add in a bottle of tomato juice, all packed. I got fresh basil. I forgot to buy some at the store. Our basil is kind of like on its last leg. So I tried to pick out the best looking ones I could. All right, so I'm adding heavy whipping cream to this. And that is it right there. So that is a tomato basil soup. I made it creamy with the heavy whipping cream. We got the chickens finishing up in the oven. This is so good. My family loved it, so I think that everyone else would like it too.
Your family loved it?
Yes, they did. They told me so.
I'm the only one that matters. I loved it.
Dudes, we're going hunting. Right, baby? Yeah, we're gonna go hunting. And we got our coyote call right here, so we can go. So towards the end of the night, if we don't get anything, if we don't see any deer or anything, we're gonna play coyote calls. And then we should have brought the red flashlight.
Sorry, I got the super bright
So
one.
yes.
I'll
And
stop
then
them in their tracks.
and then I brought my 17 HMR, and I'm gonna smoke every coyote I see. Pop, 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 pop. I say pop goes the weasel, because the weasel goes pop. We're gonna kill something today.
Whether it be a coyote or a rabbit or a deer.
Deer. Is it rabbit season though?
I
I don't want to shoot it with the 17. I gotta go aim for the head because
Yeah.
it'll destroy the meat.
Just blow it up.
So as you can see, we've mowed a lot, bushwhacked a lot, but we still got a lot more to bushwhack. It's hard because there's a lot of little nooks and crannies all over our property that we can't get in with the bushwhacker. But at the same time, I don't want to use chemicals and spray. And a lot of places, a lot of farms, you know, to make it look pretty, they spray. So I'm trying not to use any chemicals. We have not used any chemicals now on this property going on 2 years. Which is a good thing. So I've stayed away from all the chemicals.
You're gonna hit it.
Holy cow. Who's taxidermy?
Again?
Another
one. Oh, that's right, because I signed up for Mackenzie and Van Dyke's. Van Dyke's is a lot smaller. Yes.
Party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time. I just want to. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go hunting. It's about 5 o'clock. Sundown is roughly about 7. So we have 2 hours. This weekend coming up on the right after Reformation Day, the 31st. That night is daylight savings. Anyways, the clock gets turned back or something like that. So it'll start getting darker earlier. Like around 5:45, 5:50 instead of like 6:50, 6:55. So I'm just trying to take advantage of that right now while we can. We just need the temperature to drop. The temperature hasn't dropped. I mean, it was 80 degrees the other day. And we're here at the last week of October. It's October 26th. And it's 80 degrees today. It's just cuckoo bananas. So we'll film when we get there, okay? Adios. This is 77-acre field. This is the hay that we're on right now. Hopefully we get something today. Mary did a couple grunts. And this, we haven't heard anything back yet. But the trail, it's right there behind that puffy bush, behind that bluish trail back. And it comes out and they come like this. And they walk. All the way down there, and we have another tree stand down there. Yeah, this is what we got. We just saw a deer. It's coming this way, don't worry. Oh my gosh, it's coming this way. Well, guys, we saw one deer, a doe, come out, but it was about 75 yards out, way too far for the crossbow. If it was gun season,